I feel like glow up on YouTube has become, unfortunately, synonymous with putting on a whole heap of makeup, a very risque outfit, doing your hair, and calling it a day. Going from drab to fab, essentially. I didn't want that kind of glow up. So from the 1st of July through to the end of 2021, I was determined that I was going to achieve a real scale, deep and meaningful glow up from the inside out. The start of the year was actually really hard for me, and it didn't really help towards the end of the year either, but I was determined to not only survive, but to thrive. My skin in the first half of the year was terrible, and I was left with a whole heap of acne scars. I hadn't had my haircut for 2 years, and my workout routine was kind of on the back burner because I was so busy and so stressed out from work. I wasn't meal prepping, and I wasn't really living my best life. I was determined to change all of that around. So starting the 1st of July, I really started to think about the habits and the routines that I could implement on a daily basis that would have a meaningful and a lasting impact on my life and enable me to glow up physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So from a physical perspective, my goal for the remainder of the year was to increase my flexibility, start to develop a little bit more muscle toning, and to really just wake up each day feeling refreshed and good in my body. So I created a new workout routine where each day I alternated between some form of yoga, whether that was a regular yoga class or more of a yin deep stretching class, and then a more of a strength type of workout. Sometimes that would be weights, sometimes that would be a YouTube video. And I would pretty much exercise every day, maybe taking one rest day a week. But I did consider my yin yoga days to be more of rest days because they were mostly just stretching. Speaking of stretching, I did put a big focus on having a warm-up and a stretch at the end of every single workout, which is something that I hadn't really been making a priority in the past. In terms of my skin, I started looking more into different skincare products and trying to switch up my diet in order to combat that acne that I'd been dealing with at the start of the year. I am going to do an entire video dedicated to getting rid of my hormonal acne and acne scarring, so make sure that you subscribe and stay tuned for that. In looking after my mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, I started incorporating some more daily meditation and prayer. I also bought a heap of books from Amazon and really started making reading before bed a priority and a great way for me to wind down for the night and ensure that I get a restful sleep rather than disrupting my brain by being on my phone before bedtime. It also meant that I was getting in a little bit of relaxing self-care time. A lot of my books were more self-help and personal development books, so not only was it a relaxing slice of my day, but it also helped me grow and develop and learn more about wellness as well. If you want to see some of the books that I've been loving this year, I do have my winter, spring, and summer reading lists, as well as some Amazon book hauls in different vlogs. So make sure that you head over to my channel and check some of those out. Meal prep was still a bit of a challenge for me, but something that Dave and I tried to do more consistently was to plan out our weekly dinners prior to going grocery shopping and making sure that we're completing a shopping list. And on a Sunday night, being able to batch cook something that we can have for dinner and for lunches the next couple of days. We really liked getting into batch cooking. It just made taking something for lunch a whole heap easier, and that was something that we both struggled with previously. I also started consistently journaling, and I guess you could call it manifesting. I would write down in a journal, I guess, my vision and what I wanted to see come into fruition and how I would feel, look, live, etc. if all of my dreams in life came true. And I guess that really just helped to change my mindset. I do find I tend to err on the side of negativity, and while I did want to have a physical glow up in terms of my strength training and my nutrition and my skin and all of that, I also really wanted to reduce my stress and become a more positive and happy person. And I think that through reading, journaling, meditating, and prayer, that's really helped me to get more towards that point. I think it is a long journey, and one of the things that has also helped me tremendously during the second half of the year was that I started to go see a therapist, and she has just really helped me to get into perspective, I guess, my life, and to be more aware of my patterns in terms of thoughts and actions.
I'm getting upset and I'm not 100% sure why. I guess I'm just thinking like, it's hard when you want to change so much about your life and you want to move forward into the next phase of life, and there's so many things you want to do, and you're just not sure how to create action or where to start. And the thing I always keep coming back to is, if you want to change your life, start by changing the things that you do every day. And as much as I made a commitment to do that during the last 6 months, there is still so much growth that I want to see happen in 2022 and beyond. So spiritually, I definitely want to deepen my knowledge of the word and really be able to connect and grow with God in that way. Physically, I definitely want to like be more toned and grow my muscle mass, and definitely be more flexible, because honestly I'm sick of getting up each day and just feeling like so stiff and sore and needing to stretch, but instead I just get straight into my morning routine. Mentally, I want to be able to challenge myself to be more creative. Like YouTube, I absolutely love. It's my element where I get to be creative. I get to tell stories, and I'm the creator here. I'm making something for you guys, but I get to have a say in what that is. Whereas in other realms of my life, I only get to be creative inside this box, and I have someone else telling me what I need to do and how I need to be creative in that realm. But this is my chance to have some power and to have some inspiration and to have some control, I guess, over the ways that I get to express my creativity. And that's really empowering, and that's an element of my life that I really want to encourage more of, because it just makes me feel good inside, I guess. And then from a emotional standpoint, I want to get better at being honest with people. I try to avoid confronting situations, and sometimes it's actually better just to call people out, and I tend to avoid that because I'm a people pleaser. I want to please people. I never want to be in trouble. I want to do the right thing, and I have a tendency to dwell on things and replay things over and over in my head, and that creates like a really crappy cycle of stress that I need to get out of. I need to change that part of my thinking, and just for my own well-being, because it's not affecting the other people I'm thinking about, it's just affecting me. And I'm really seeing what stress is doing to my life, to my well-being, physically, mentally, emotionally, like all of these things, and I'm seeing how it's holding me captive. And so I'm making that commitment to myself. Yes, I've made some positive changes in the last 6 months, but I really need 2022 to be a space where I step into foreign places and I really start making things happening for myself. So if you're keen to follow along with that journey, make sure that you subscribe. I really value everyone who clicks on every single one of my videos. I thank you guys so much, and I hope that you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.